Hello friends, Chris here. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope if you enjoy the video and enjoy the content, please do those YouTubey things like, subscribe, share, comment, etc. It is very much appreciated by me. And to all my dear friends and returning True Blues, thank you so much for your continued love, support, kindness, and friendship. It means the world to me. So here's the thing. I kind of did a thing. Yes, I have a haul of Dreamer Designs. Recently I bought 4 Hannah Lynn canvases from Dreamer Designs. I've been wanting them for a while. Some older, some newer. And, yes, at some point I think I explained why. I've shot the videos already, so I'm just doing this intro now. I explained, how I did it and all that kind of stuff. No big deal. But, I don't know what order I'm going to put them in. When I filmed them, I kind of said, this is the first video of, second video of, but I don't know exactly what order they'll go up in, so ignore that part. But other than that, I hope you enjoy the unboxing. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, leave them in the description. I'll do my best to get back to you. Again, that's another thing I've been saying for months, and way too many months. I have to get caught up on my comments. I promise I will. I really will. And, yeah, so I hope you enjoy it. And, thanks for watching, guys. I really, truly appreciate it. And on to the video. Enjoy. Okay, so this is going to be one of 4 videos that I have you from, my Dreamer Designers, haul of Hannah Lynn's that I got. I'm super excited to show you all. So let's just get right into it. Okay. Typical box right here. I always take the handles out because pulling it in, taking it out, it always gets snagged on the handle part inside. So I try to take them out if it causes me any trouble when I first start doing that. And on the bottom, they do give you the image, which is good for storage purposes. Oh, I do have the sheet here because I took it out quickly just to go through it, just to look at it real quick. I actually have the toolkit here. Let's go through this quickly. I kind of want to, don't want to spend too much time on all this stuff. So they give you this really nice microfibery bag sort of thing that you could always use for something else. It's really soft and luxurious. You get 2 caddies of purple wax. You get a bag of baggies. You get 2 hand grips. Because they give you 2 pens. They give you a regular end and this plasticky end, and a lot of people say this is good for ABs. You get a few multi-placers and a straightener in there, as well as this light pink tray with that little door handle thing that opens and closes this way. The stopper. You got a divider, so if you want to use 2 colors, you just put that in there, and you get some murder tweezers when they're not super murdery, but they're pretty sharp. So just be careful of that. So that's a nice toolkit that they have. Okay. Let's throw that over there. And you'll also get, when it comes out, again, I did this already. Then the canvas will come in this this kind of long bag, like burlappy sort of bag. That's the best I can call it. It's a woven bag. I don't know what you call this material. And around the canvas, they do have a purple ribbon in a bow, so that's very nice. And here is the kit, so I'm just gonna pull it out and let it relax a minute. So I will tell you, these are, I think they're all the size, maybe, I think so, I don't know, but certainly it's probably a 60 by 80 centimeter. They're all squares. And again, it's Hannah Lynn, Dreamer Designs, and they also give you the colorist, which is, I think, a really cool thing that they do. They because Hannah Lynn I guess basically just does her black and white drawing of it, and then I don't know how they find the colorist. I don't know if the Dreamer Designs does it, or Hannah submits it from somebody who I don't know, but the colorist is the person who obviously colors the I'm guessing the piece of art that she creates, and that person is Erin Bonneville. So it's good that they credit her. And this painting is called Jacqueline. I don't know if this is a first look kind of thing. I'm going to call it a first look because I don't think I've seen it anywhere on YouTube. So I'm going to call it a first look. Oh, it has 53 colors, including 2 ABs and a dust drill, a Dreamer dust, I guess they're calling them, which makes obvious sense. So you have and stickers here. All those are stickers throughout here. And of course the stickers for the symbols. All right, I'm gonna just take these out. These are easy to find because Dreamer Design puts them in at the end of the list. They do it by, what's the word? They put the drills together by number. So 1 through whatever, what is this? 53. So it's not by weight like Diamond Art Club. So they're always going to be at the end of those things. So here are our colors. This is basically a pink and gray design. I love these colors. I love pink and gray. Look at all those beautiful pinks in there. Oh, love it. You see some blues, some dark blue, blacks, of course, through the outline. These are our specials. So we have the AB603 and AB605. I don't know if that's it's their actual DMC or that's just a number they're using. 2 pinks, a hot pink and a light pink. Blush and bashful, if you will. And then their dust drill is this gray. It's 415. It's this gray. You know, I'm bad lighting here. It's at night I'm doing this, and I don't have a good light at all. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, how good they are, but it's a lighter drill, so usually the lighter ones tend not to be as, honestly, as good as in some other colors. Certain colors it really pops off on, certain I don't. To me, I don't really see it popping off on these. All of these bags are nice and full. Of course, the dust drill, the failure dust, has to have the most. I could tell by the look of it. So, all right. Don't want to keep you waiting anymore. Let's look at Jacqueline from Hannah Lynn. Oh, I absolutely love this one. When I seen this, I was plotting because I don't know what it is, but the past few years I've just been into pink. My favorite color is always purple. Going to be purple, but pinks are really close second now. I don't know why. But pink and gray, of course, look great together. We have blue on her outfit, and that's really the 3 colors we have. Lots of pinks, the grays in the steel background with the steam pipes and stuff, and her blue in her outfit, and her pink hair, pink skin basically too, everything, just pink galore. So if you love pink, you're gonna love this one. And I will get closer to you for you to, you know, obviously to take a look at the canvas to see it. And this is what it is. You know, I love the Hannah Lynn's that have a full kind of picture going on, not just like the headshot. I do have maybe a couple of just a headshot, but I really prefer a whole design look to it. And so again, she's in like this pipe room. Looks very steampunkish, I guess, with those glasses she has on here. But, you know, we see all the pipes in the background here, and whatever, all this stuff that's coming out of the pipes. And here she is just chilling in there. with her beautiful hair. And it looks like her workman's belt. Yes, because if you can see her outfit, she has on this blue outfit and a little belt there. Not exactly an appropriate outfit for doing this kind of work, would you say? But that's okay, right? So let's look for the special drills. So let's do the gray first. So do the dust drill first, and that is going to be 2 slashes. So in this area right here, I guess I should bring it down closer now for you to see where I'm going to show you where they are. There are 2 basically grays in here. There's this darker gray and a lighter gray. The darker gray is the dust drill here. And then we have the lighter gray, and then we have other grays and stuff in here. But on the sides here, that's where it goes. There's a few there. There's basically a lot of this right here. Wherever my finger moves is where they are, right in here, going through here, and all this. That's for that side. We have right in here on our outfit, this darker area right there, and some up through here and here, and there, right there. On the valve over here, the grays on the valve, the turn part has it. There are some in here as well. The lighter areas. Just a line of them here. There's a little bit right in here, and there's the grays over here and down into here, and all the way down into here on this side. These grays here, these over here, it's a little bit there. Okay, none in her bodice part. Then we have they are over here and in here. We got a few over here in her cuff, or arm cuff. Most of this on her glove ruffle is that fairy dust. This gray in here, this light gray here and there as well. A little bit on the ends of the glove in here, and right over there. A little bit there. A couple of them in the pipe up there. Just a couple, and a couple over here. All of this area here is in this area. These couple lines down there are. And we have some just in a little, like scattered through her goggles over there. So that's where those grays go. Then we'll go with the lighter pink, AB, which is 605, and that is the number 1. Okay, let's start down here. So we have ones on her hair right here, this really light color here, and over there, over here, and here, and there, that area as well. Showing her braid, here, 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 here. That's where they are. None in the background on either side. These very light pinks, all of those are that AB going down there. And over here as well. Now these are not, by the way, I'm not, well, I'll save that till the end. Let's stay focused on showing you where they are without getting into something else. It's what's under here. It's a tray. Okay. So again, all in her hair over there. The lightest areas you see are in her hair are that. There's, again, none in the background. I don't think at all. Yeah, I'm not seeing anywhere else but in those funeral outfits and her hair. This big chunk over here, all this big chunk. A little bit there, through that there. A few strands up here. A couple areas up there. I don't see, as well as over here. I don't see any in these goggles either. And I don't see any in her face, which is good. Yeah, I don't see anything over there. So, like, 95% are all in her hair, which I really like. And the other one, which is the 6, which is the dark AB pink. The 6. It'll be harder for you to see because the mix of the pinks, but they're on the ends over here by the black. You'll see there'll be some over there, like right where the black are. They'll be there. Again, none on the outside, none in these other pink steam, none in that. None in here. Again, just in the areas in her hair by that black. You know, they seem to have about the same amount, but it seems like those lighter ones have much more than the darker ones do. This whole section here are the light dark ones, but again, we have some there. We have strands through here. You know, really about 2 or 3 lines of them going throughout there. Over here by her face, again in there and there, just scattered around, really. You know, that's really, I could tell, but again, it looks like there's so many more of those 1s than there are the 6s, and that could be, they just be that these are, they are filled the same, but there might be more of those ones in here. So I was going to say, before I leave you, what would I do? Am I going to zhuzh it up at all? Actually, I also want to just look at the picture again, noticing the coloring. See, her face looks really, in her skin tone looks very, through the picture, at least to me, looks very equal and flat, I guess, if you want to call it that. But I'm noticing here, and I'd like to see what drills they use, in both her arm and her face. I'm just noticing, you know, they have these right along here are pinks, and then, I mean, they all look pink. I'm assuming they might be flesh tone colors. I might pause and look to show you to see what they're going to look like. But right around, you know, this huge area over here is a completely different color. You know, it just looks weird throughout the render now that I'm looking about it, as well as over here. You know, this looks like a normal skin color, but then there's some refraction on here or something from the you know, just angles or whatever, but that kind of concerns me. But well, I will just take a look real quick after I show you a close-up of the canvas, closer to see the drill field, and tell you where I would use it up. So, I probably most likely would leave the hair alone because there are 2 colors in there. It's possibility I could maybe replace one of the other colors and use either, probably wouldn't have enough to use more of that 6 because, like I said, it just, the looking at it makes it seem like there's not as many, but that could be a deceptive, like an illusion. So I might dip into ABs or get some more ABs, maybe replace one of the other colors. I don't know. I mean, I have metallic pink. I could try metallic pink in here somewhere. And maybe a color in her hair. But for now, that won't be decided till I do on it. Till I work on her. What I will be doing with the hair. I would never, wouldn't touch any of the gray, the pipes or anything like that. Now with this, I was talking about this, when I went down here, I would use ABs to continue throughout here. Now they use the 1s over here, and they use a different color, a 3, which is not a special drill. down in here, I would maybe use that continuation with that one, because they always give you a little bit more, so I might, you know, use it for that. That would make sense. I wouldn't do anything with the belt. However, with these, whatever, I don't know if you call them roses or whatever the design is on her kind of corset area, these like dark areas, I probably would use some sort of AB pink on here. Again, I could use a metallic if I wanted. I probably wouldn't touch the blue anywhere. Possibly maybe a little bit of blue AB or crystal or whatever in her ruffle up here. I might take one of the, again, lesser colors just to give it a little bit of pop in the blue area, as well as maybe in her scrunchie on her hair. I might make that a special thing. Again, same thing with this, her like kind of collar choker kind of piece here. I might add, this one does with that gray, has the dust, but I would add probably some special blue in there. And that's kind of it. I wouldn't touch her glasses at all, the goggles. Yeah, that's kind of it. I would maybe just zhuzh up the eye a little bit. I wouldn't touch the mouth at all. But maybe just to put a little twinkle in her eye, in the blue area maybe. And the only other thing I could think of, which I probably won't do, although when I do it, who knows. Now, as much as I rail against, and you know, it's a big joke about the dust drills, I do like them when they're in huge chunks. Like if there's a big old chunk of them, color blocked area, they do look kind of nice, you know, that way. But if they're just a little bit here and there, you can't tell what it is. However, in the steam part, I could possibly take one of color and kind of make one of these colors like a fairy dust, because it's not as, obviously they're less, or dust drill or humor dust, whatever you want to call them, failure dust like I call them usually. You know, they're not as zhuzhy as ABs are, so I could use one of the colors in here. I don't know which color I would have to look this over when I'm about to do it to decide that. And maybe, or get some pink dust drill to use in this steam, and since it'll be very color blocked, again, I wouldn't pick the one with the most color. I'd pick one of the medium to lesser colors, so it gives it just a little bit extra. And talking about that, there's not much confetti in here. It's a lot of color blocking and line blocking, which I like. The most area of confetti you really would find is kind of in her outfit, like over here, here. I mean, that's minimum confetti, really. Let me just show you up close. If you want to look at the canvas up close and the drill field. Oops. Okay, so before I go, I just want to real quickly, let me just check these. It's like a check mark. What's that? Is round with a dot in there? So that's 41. Oh, is that a flower? And 21. Yeah, that must be a flower. That looks like the only kind of color that would be it. 21 and 41. Okay, so this is the color. This is the 21. This color right here is kind of this color over here. Again, it's a very pink, still there. That's that. And where's 41? You know, of course it wasn't going to be. Oh no, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's quite a difference. This is the check mark here compared to that. What do you all think? That is quite a difference. What I would probably do is eliminate that paint color and use all of this on as much as I can on her skin tone, because that's just cuckoo crazy to me. This is how a lot of Hannah-Lynn's are, especially with Dreamer Designs. The face is all a lot of very pink face, very, you know, blush kind of, I don't want to say clownish, but, you know, it's just too much. And so usually, a lot of times, not usually, I will alter it a little bit, but that I think I really would change. That's a little bit too out there. The contrast with those two colors are just a lot. And that's, again, that's quite obvious. Again, if you look at the picture, it's not like that. Like, I could see where the cheeks, well, yeah. I mean, I guess it is. I guess I can't say it's not like that. That is really very dark over there and then lighter here. But again, in the artwork, it looks normal or natural. On here, I think it would just look patchworky and not probably too great. So anyways, I probably will change that. But no matter, it does not matter because they give you extras and I can stretch it out a little bit. I would be less, I'm more worried about the face than the arms, you know, so not to worry. Anyways, with that, and I do have other leftover diamonds and stuff that I could use, even if I needed a different skin color. I could always use some in here if I wanted to. Anyways, this has been too long. I thought I would get this under 20 minutes, but that didn't happen. Anyways, I hope you liked Jacqueline as much as I did. I really loved her when I saw her with all these beautiful pinks and grays. Tell me all your thoughts, all your things. Sorry I haven't been posting as much. Tis life, tis the YouTubes, tis change of the diamond painting world and all that kind of stuff. But I have 3 more to do after this one, so stay tuned. All right, guys, thank you so much. Please, everybody, be safe, be happy, stay safe, stay happy, and till next time. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.